the recovery is not that easy, but we do it. So congratulations to Sebastian Sawe. Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker.
The Honorable Jane Kagiri, do you agree that would be the last honorable members? Yeah, so that we all salute at once.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for giving me an opportunity to congratulate Sebastian Sawe for a job well done, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, known to many in this House, in my high school days I was a marathoner, and don't look at me differently because I used to do it very well. So, Honorable Speaker, I stand to congratulate my counterpart who has done a very good job. On more serious matters, Honorable Speaker, I believe the win by Sebastian Sawe and the breaking of a record should be a great inspiration to the young people of our country. That means hard work, a lot of talent, and commitment can deliver very good results as we saw them. Honorable Speaker, I would also want to add that I must appreciate what the current government, our Kenya Kwanza government, is doing is in an effort to support our young people in this country. The creation and the construction of stadiums around this country is going to support many young people, and my word to each and every person who feels that they have a talent in sports is to get out there, practice, perform, and at the end of the day, that could be an economic activity and something that would actually empower them to the end. Honorable Speaker, I must conclude by saying, being a staunch Arsenal fan, disappointed at the moment.
The Honorable Ngeleche, what is...
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. The thing that is burning, Mr. Speaker, is I have just remembered that since the day Sebastian broke the world record, all the newspapers and leading media houses in the world made him the headline, except the Kenyan newspapers, whereby the politics were in the headline. I want to urge the media houses in Kenya, Mr. Speaker, to be patriotic, at least to learn and appreciate.
Order! You know, Honorable Ondo, she's on a point of order.
Yes. Mr. Speaker, I want to urge all the media houses and even Kenyans who have the airtime to at least appreciate the young upcoming people of Kenya. It is not about politics each and every time. It is not about politics 24 hours. Mr. Speaker, kindly protect me from Honorable Karoli. In fact, he's giving me a title that doesn't belong to me, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Karoli, the Honorable Ngeleche is our best female basketballer, the best female netballer as Bunge team. She will be heard in silence.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. That was what I was just encouraging, because I was expecting each and everything in Kenya to come to a standstill to celebrate him. Just the way State House today came to a standstill, Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, and even this particular house, Mr. Speaker, the members have shown a very big support and appreciation to the athlete. Thank you.
Thank you. Conclude your contributions, Honorable Jane Kagiri.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I continue with my contribution. And Honorable Speaker, before we got the point of information, I was informed in this Honorable House that I'm a staunch Arsenal fan. However, Honorable Speaker, every time I support Arsenal, I feel guilty because I would want to be a stronger supporter of Nanyuki Stars, Nyahururu Stars, Gidega Stars, teams from my own county. So, Honorable Speaker, as our government continues constructing these stadiums and places of sports activities, I believe we are going to grow our talents and will become international renowned players as well as marathoners and also sports people. Finally, Honorable Speaker, in support of what my colleague has said, it was very disappointing to see that our whole nation, all our press houses, none of them thought it important to first cover the win by Sebastian Sawe. It is our humble plea for us to be extremely patriotic as a country, appreciate and encourage the people who do good things for our country. Because it's in that spirit, Honorable Speaker, that Kenya will be known for the good things, and it's not only the bad things that we need to keep speaking about. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
The Honorable Adan Kainan, because of rank.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, one of the things that the framers of the current constitution have thought of is to have cultural diplomacy as one of our foreign policy pillar. And they were not fools. I'm sure some of them were your colleagues in the legal practice. And within that cultural diplomacy is sporting diplomacy. Mr. Speaker, countries are known countries are known for different events. In Kenya, we are lucky. We have born, not, people who are just sportsmen and women. What we are lacking is the patriotism to encourage them so that we continue creating an international niche for this country as a sporting nation. Mr. Speaker, it's not just enough to come to this place whenever one of us clinches an international title that we come and say we commend. Sawe has done it. Many others have done it. But what have we done as leadership? What have we done as a country to celebrate not only those who are performing, but those young ones who are still lacking an opportunity to join the league of those who have also made, not only within our international boundaries, but to the global village. Mr. Speaker, we must have, and I want the leader of majority to listen to this, we must have a deliberate policy. Leader, you have an opportunity. These sportsmen and women, pursuant to our foreign policy, must be supported through budgetary provisions, through incentives, Mr. Speaker. And Mr. Speaker, you realize the world is a global village. By that headline of what is called New York Times, the London Economics, many people will want to come and visit the village of Mr. Sawe as part of tourists, international tourists. These are things that we must cultivate. That special ministry called Ministry of Culture, Sports, and whatever must do everything humanly possible. Somebody was asking me, are there sportsmen and women in northern Kenya? I say, we have some of the most talented youth. The only thing they are lacking is an opportunity. But this regime is making attempts to reach out to them. And very soon, we'll have Mohammed Sawe, we'll have Khadija Sawe from northern Kenya, Mr. Speaker, because they are also getting the opportunity. Mr. Speaker, this country is a blessed country. Blessed in the sense that we have some of the best brains, not only in the human resource capital, but in every field. Look at our neighbors. Every time right now, we see politics. I like what our good lady has said. Patriotism is not something that can be forced. We must inculcate this culture. We must be loyal to this country. We do not have a spare country. The only country that we have that protects us, that gives us an image, that all of us must be duty-bound constitutionally to promote, to project, and to protect is my motherland, Kenya. I don't have any other motherland. This motherland is so dear. It must remain above our day-to-day political frame, Mr. Speaker. That is the only way. And in many countries, look at Israel, look at Saudi Arabia, look at Emirates, look at the United States of America. These countries, the citizens disagree on petty things. But when it comes to anything that touches on their sovereignty, on their identity, they all coalesce around and say, this one goes beyond politics. In Kenya, we behave as if we have nothing else left. So I want to commend the government. Mr. Sawe, wherever you are, we are very proud of you. Continue being an example to many youths who lack an opportunity. My final word of advice to Sawe, many youths have got into a trap. I'm sure right now you are very famous. I know where you are. I want to talk to you directly. As a father, where you are, you have made money. You have earned a name. Don't waste your money into the clubs. Invest. Marry. Train many others. That is the only way you will be a living example to many other youths. We don't want to hear Sawe was in a club. We don't want to hear Sawe was somewhere else. And I'm offering this unsolicited free advice as a father, as a grandfather. That is the only way we'll be very proud of you. To the parents of Sawe, this is the time when you should hold your son, and guide him to the path of those many Kenyans who have got an opportunity and succeeded. I wish you well, and I hope and pray that many other youths will succeed in the sporting field the way Sawe has succeeded. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Adan Kainan. I will not be given majority leader if Honorable Jamatia didn't say a word on this. Please, you are recognized to celebrate Sebastian Sawe.
Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker. I also want to take this opportunity to celebrate and congratulate our Star of the Year 2026, Mr. Sebastian Sawe, Kimaru Sawe. And Mr. Speaker, I come from the Kalenjin nation. the honors of the field. I come from Baringo, where Mr. Tergat became the Olympic champion for the longest. He has trained many Kenyans all over the country in our place called Cabernet. And Mr. Speaker, one thing about Kenya is when we do it to our best. I also want to say that the ministry should take this advantage and recreate back most of the sportsmen and women. We need to be celebrating them. It reminds me during the Moist time, when we were very young pupils in our primaries, when we used to listen to national patriotic songs that reminded us every day about our country. When you talk about agriculture, we used to have very good songs like Kilimo. When we talk about sports, we used to have songs that remind us that every time we are Kenyans, and Kenya is the only place that we belong. I want to take this opportunity also to congratulate other sportsmen and women, not forgetting Mr. Kipchoge, who is the recent older until Sebastian broke it. Because for Kenya, the name and the anthem to be sung everywhere, we have to glorify and congratulate them every day. Mr. Speaker, I want to believe that if Kenyans and young Kenyans are given the opportunity, they can do marvelous and they can do miraculously better. And we will have more Sebastians and more people breaking the records, and we will also have a lot of opportunity to sell this country through sports tourism and build this country and create better society through sports, because nothing beats sports. And thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity.
The Honorable Wandeto.
Thank you, Speaker. I also rise to bring my very warm congratulations to Sebastian Sawe for this earth-shaking feat that he has achieved by running the marathon in less than 2 hours. Mr. Speaker, just to remind ourselves, modern marathons debuted in 1896 in the Olympics. And Mr. Speaker, that time, a gentleman by the name of Spyridon Lewis ran the marathon in 2 hours and 58 minutes and broke. That was the world record that time. And Mr. Speaker, you can see in about 130 years, the human race has managed to erase a whole 1 hour of the marathon mark. The sub 2 hour mark seemed an impossibility for the last 40 or 50 years until Eliud Kipchoge did it, though in a slightly assisted manner. Now, for Sebastian Sawe to do it on a normal course, this is actually a very, very historic moment. And it is no wonder that this has been celebrated the world over. And I agree with those ones who have said that maybe as a country we do not celebrate him as much as we should have. Unfortunately, and I wish Jane Kagiri was here and Gereshei is still here, I can inform them the only reason that our newspapers never put Sebastian Sawe in the headline is because politics is our national sport. So we always put that in the headline. That is the national sport of Kenya. That is what we all play. But Mr. Speaker, we have to do more for our sportsmen as a country. We have to reward them better. We have to provide more and more training facilities. And we indeed have to also work on grassroots sports in this country. It is sad, Mr. Speaker, that this House, the members of Parliament, we lost the CDF kit that was going to, to support sport. And that has actually compromised grassroots sport, be it football, be it netball, be it the basketball that the Honorable Gerechei plays, and even athletics at that, grassroots support. And maybe this is something, Mr. Speaker, that needs to be relooked at, because as soon as this money went to the governors, we are not seeing any sporting activities happening, at the grassroots level. Once the 2% that we used to have, for CDF was removed. But Mr. Speaker, having said that and having talked about facilities, again, as a country, we must build facilities with sincerity. Sometimes we are doing stadiums, not because we want to promote local sport, but because we are looking for opportunities, for rent seeking. For example, we all know that, for example, the Talanta Stadium is a project whose ROI is very, very questionable. So again, let us build stadiums with the right intention, not just to make money or for deals, but indeed to promote sport. And then we have to invest more on athletics, we have to invest more on football, we have to invest more and more, indeed, in any other sport. So I rise to support and congratulate the young man. May he continue rising. I hope he can even do better. And may he be an example to very many other Kenyans that aspire, to join the Hall of Fame, for their country, for themselves, for the name, because it is possible. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
The Honorable Kimani Kuria, lastly.
Honorable Speaker, I also want to take this opportunity to congratulate this very young man, 31 years of age and such a great marathoner. He's now being referred to as the greatest marathoner of all times. And I think this is a special message to many young people across the Republic, that it is possible to do something, it is possible to succeed, it is possible to achieve whichever thing that you put your mind into. And this young man is such an example. He doesn't come from a big family. He doesn't come from the traditionally running communities. He comes, but with his dedication, he has made really Kenya proud. And the same way we are saying that we are taking this time to congratulate this young man, is a high time that we also take time to celebrate the great country that we do have. Honorable Speaker, I know sometimes they have had difficult times, sometimes there are issues and may not be working well, Honorable Speaker, but you have a great people called the people of Kenya. We have a great country, and it's important that we celebrate that among ourselves every time, Honorable Speaker. In my constitution, Honorable Speaker, we sponsor a football tournament every year for grannies, this for ladies who are above 60 years of age. And Honorable Speaker, when we did this in December, I was surprised. I thought I am fit. But we got grandmothers who are 70 and 80 playing very serious soccer, Honorable Speaker. And I think it's very important that we continuously encourage everyone across the country to remain fit, to be athletic, to be sporty. I also even want to encourage my leader of Majority Party here, the Honorable Kimani Ichung'wah, to start participating in some sports like running, or football, or netball. But Honorable Speaker, the other day, when His Excellency the President mentioned something near that, some people took offense, and they had not been named, but I don't know why they took offense, Honorable Speaker. And secondly, is congratulate the Kenya Kwanza administration for the stadia that are being built across the country, Honorable Speaker. If you fly through the Talanta International Stadium here, Raila Odinga International Stadium here, Honorable Speaker, if you go to the one in Kitui, you go to the one in Nakuru, Afraha Stadium, even the one in Kisii, the one in Kisumu, the one in I think in Wajir, across the country, Honorable Speaker. And this is where we say the development does not need to be a favor. We need to develop our country equitably, Honorable Speaker, so that every Kenyan can feel the responsibility, can find joy of being a Kenyan, Honorable Speaker. I want to congratulate again His Excellency the President and this administration for the many stadia that they are building across the country. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable members, the Speaker joins you in registering his congratulations to Sebastian Sawe. You've seen for once, whether in opposition, whether on the minority side, whether on the majority side, whatever region we are coming from, whatever political parties we represent, we are all standing in unison to celebrate this great man. This is a legend made, and so is the unifying effect of sports. You've also seen for the very first time, Dr. Wilberforce Oundo has appreciated the president for the investment the government is making in the area of sports. And he did this third year across the country. So may the success of sawe be an encouragement to other Kenyans to be also patriotic, to raise the flag of Kenya, and be a good motivation for other young Kenyans to also come up and to excel and to lift the name of the country. We will revert to the papers, to the statement by the Leader of Majority. Leader of Majority.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, that is the beauty of sports. Brings us all together and has no equal. Honorable Speaker, pursuant to the provisions of Standing Orders 44.2a, I rise to present the following statement on behalf of the House Business Committee, which met on Tuesday, 28 April 2026, to prioritize business for consideration during the week. Allow me to commend the leadership of the House, our committees and members for the dedication and cooperation exhibited in the session so far, as we come to the end of the first part of this session. There's no doubt that the collective effort and collaboration that we have exhibited as a House has enabled us to transact quite substantial business that required our consideration during this part of the session. Honorable Speaker, going by our calendar of regular sittings, we are due for a long recess, commencing tomorrow, Friday, 1st May 2026, and we resume sittings on Tuesday, 26th May 2026 at 2:30 p.m. As we take a well-deserved break, it is worth noting that this recess will be a busy period since the House still awaits reports by committees on various business referred to them for consideration. Notably, Honorable Speaker, departmental committees and the Budget and Appropriation Committee will utilize this recess period to engage ministries, departments, and agencies, and indeed the public on the budget estimates for the financial year 2026-2027. Additionally, there are various matters relating to bills, treaties, approval hearings of nominees, inquiries, and responses to statements still pending before various committees. I therefore want to urge the relevant committees to ensure that all these matters are concluded during this recess and reports tabled upon resumption of sittings. Honorable Speaker, it's worth noting that we have cut this resource according to our normal calendar by a week to allow us to be in time for the National Prayer Breakfast, which will fall within the week, the Thursday that we resume, Thursday of 28th May 2026. And therefore, as much as it's part of our long recess, it's shorter than ordinary, and therefore committees will have a very stringent timelines to be able to consider, especially the budget estimates, engage with ministries, and also be able to engage with the Budget and Appropriations Committee within that short period of only 3 weeks to be able to table their reports before the Budget and Appropriations Committee and allow the Budget and Appropriations Committee to table their report on the budget estimates as soon as we resume. That notwithstanding, the various reports, as I've said, that are pending before the committees, which we do expect in the House Business Committee, that committees will be able to table on resumption from this 3 weeks recess. Honorable Speaker, when the House resumes on the 26th of May, it is expected to consider the following business, some of which are listed in today's order paper. One is Committee of the Whole House on the Fisheries Management and Development Bill of 2023 and the Quality Healthcare and Patient Safety Bill of 2025. Two is a second reading of the Public Finance Management Amendment Bill of 2025, the Plant Protection Bill, National Assembly Bill Bill of 2025, 3, the Competition Amendment Bill of 2026, and 4, the Kenya Judiciary Academy Bill of 2025. 3 is the report on inspection visit to the East African Science and Technology Commission in Rwanda and the East African Health Research Commission in Burundi. 4 is reports of the Kenyan delegation to the 151st Assembly of the Interparliamentary Union, IPU, and related meetings. 5 is the second report on the status of reports on petitions and resolutions. And 6 is the report on the inspection visits to 14 special needs schools in specified counties. Honorable Speaker, in conclusion, allow me to wish members a wonderful recess period as they spend time with their families, their constituents, and engage in important committee work during this working recess, and also wish them a proper time to retreat, rejuvenate, and also discharge their parliamentary and other county obligations in line with your duty of representation and oversight. I now wish to lay this statement on the table of the House. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Majority Leader. Would we now revert to order number 5? Papers.
Order number 5, papers.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I beg to lay the following papers on the table of the House today, Thursday, 30th April 2026. In line with that statement, Honorable Speaker, 1 is the National Executive Budget Estimates for the financial year 2026-2027 and the medium term, and the following accompanying documents. A, the Program Performance Budget Report for the financial 2026-2027. B is the estimates of recurrent and development expenditure for the financial year 2026-2027. C is estimates of development expenditure for the financial year 2026-2027. D is a list of projects for the financial year 2026-2027. E is a budget summary for the financial year 2026-2027. F is estimates of revenue, grants, and loans for the financial year 2026-2027. G is the financial statements for the financial year 2026-2027 budget. And H, estimate of revenue and expenditure for state corporations. 2 is the budget estimates and the medium term of Judicial Service Commission, vote 2051 for the financial year 2026-2027, and the Judicial Service Commission subsector report for the financial year 2026-2027 to 2028-2029 from the Judicial Service Commission. 3 is reports of the Auditor General and the financial statements for the financial year ended 30th June 2023, and the certificates therein in respect of A, the Kenya National Highways Authority Mortgage Scheme, and B, Olkalau Vocational and Training College. 4 is reports of the Auditor General and the financial statements for the year ended 30th June 2024, and the certificates therein in respect of the following: Kenya National Highways Authority Mortgage Scheme, National Health Insurance Fund, Estate Agents Registration Board, Pamoja African Alliance, Kenya African Democratic Union, Asili, Kadu Asili, and Olkalau Vocational and Training College. 5 is reports of the Auditor General and the financial statements for the financial year ended 30th June 2024, and the certificates therein in respect of the following: Elwak Technical and Vocational College, Kimasian Technical and Vocational College, State Department for Foreign Affairs, Bomet Central Technical and Vocational College, Sotik Technical and Training Institute, University of Kabianga Enterprise and Services Limited, Office of the Controller of Budget, Staff Retirement Benefit Scheme, Consolidated Fund Services, Salaries, Allowances, and Miscellaneous Services, Kasarani Technical and Vocational College, St. John's Teachers Training College, Kilimambogo, All Kalau Vocational and Training College, Public Health Officers and Technicians Council, Kenya National Highways Authority Mortgage Scheme, and finally, Procurement Audit of Malindi Integrated Social Health Development Program. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. And Honorable Speaker, as I have indicated, the estimates, budget estimates for the financial year 2026-2027 having been tabled, it is now officially product of the House, and committees can begin work beginning Monday.
Thank you, Majority Leader. Honorable members, I also wish to confirm that the Cabinet Secretary for National Treasury has submitted the following documents together with the estimates: the draft Finance Bill 2026, 2, the draft Kenya Revenue Authority Amendment Bill 2026, and 3, the draft Road Maintenance Levy Fund Amendment Bill 2026. Chairperson, Departmental Committee on Finance and National Planning.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to lay the following paper on the table of the House today, Thursday, the 30th of April 2026. Report of the Departmental Committee on Finance and National Planning on its consideration of the East African Community custom proposals for the financial year 26-27. Honorable Speaker, this is the first time that these proposals are coming before this House. COFEC did sue Honorable Speaker, National Treasury, and the court gave a directive that before any proposals are taken to EAC by the ministers, they must come for this House, Honorable Speaker, for approval. So this particular the stay of application measures being put here are temporary adjustments to the EAC custom rates to address, among others, domestic economic priorities. And this adjustment, Honorable Speaker, are used to protect our local industries, to safeguard revenue, and to correct market distortions, including undervaluation and miscalculation of imports. I beg to lay, Honorable Speaker.
Next order.
Order number 8, motion, report on public petition number 021 of 2025 regarding access to health care by cancer patients in the country. Mover to reply.
We don't have the chair of the departmental committee on health because of the importance of this particular motion. The reply will stand deferred to a future date. Next order.
Order number 9, motion, report on the consideration of the copyright consolidated music and audio visual works tariffs 2026.
Chairperson, Committee on Delegated Legislation. Again, the chairperson is engaged on other parliamentary duties within the... Oh, we have Honorable Charles Onchoke.
Yeah.
You have the delegation to move.
I do, Honorable Speaker.
Yes, so you have the leave of the Speaker to proceed and move.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that this House approves the report of the Copyright Consolidated Music and Audiovisual Tariffs 2026-2028, legal notice number 4 of 2026, which was published in the Kenya Gazette of 29th January 2026, submitted to the Clerk of the National Assembly on Thursday, 12th February 2026, and tabled by the Deputy Leader of Majority on Tuesday, 17th February 2026, in line with Section 11, Subsection 1 of the Statutory Instruments Act, Chapter 2A. The proposed tariffs were subsequently referred to the Committee on Delegated Legislation for scrutiny in accordance with Standing Order number 210. Honorable Speaker, the
Honorable Charles Onchoke,
yeah.
just move by way of reading the motion as drawn in the order paper before you elaborate or highlight the contents of the motion.
Very well, Honorable Speaker. I move the motion for the report on on the report on the consultation.
No, maybe just start at I beg to move that.
I beg to move that the House adopts the report of the Committee on Delegated Legislation on its consideration of the copyright consolidated music and audiovisual work